we are reimbursed for the expenses. When there are funds available, then we receive reimbursement. Otherwise, we wait. But it is quite expensive.
This is not to mention the expense of Mom Karen, who has to do all the trimmings.
Excuse me, let me make it clear. Karen appears here without makeup.
I think to be able to answer your question directly, we do not receive compensation for professional services rendered. Actually, in handling cases, there are expenses, there are out-of-pocket expenses, but for professional services, to which generally we are entitled to in handling ordinary cases, we do not receive that compensation.
I'll just add to that. Kasi I think concomitant with that question, it's also the question of why are you giving pro bono services in the first place? If you look at each one of us, we're not even related to Chief Justice Corona. And from my personal experience, this is not the first time I'm rendering pro bono service. Since I was in high school, I was part of a group that would go to the slum areas where we would teach children who can't afford to even go to public school. And I was also a volunteer for Hospicio de San Jose, and also worked with the International Justice Mission with children in prison. And I did this for free. I also was a member of an environmental advocacy group when I would pay my own flight to get here to Visayas to teach livelihood projects to people living in the coastal area. So the question is, this is not the first time that I am rendering pro bono service, but this is something that we can afford to give our time for free. But we're not at the point where we are like other philanthropists who can give away money to donations or foundations. But the point is, we're, I think, all brought together by a common cause. We're all lawyers in the defense team. And I think if you're a lawyer, you will understand that you have a certain attachment to the Supreme Court and making sure that it remains independent and that it retains its integrity. And no less than the IBP, the Integrated Bar of the Philippines, came out with an official statement that they published in the newspapers and online, calling out to all lawyers to protect the integrity of the judiciary. When the impeachment complaint was filed, they also opposed what they call was the blatant railroading of this impeachment complaint. And they also saw this as a threat to the independence of the judiciary. So I think if there are non-profit foundations which do good for people, I think it's not that surprising to see a group of lawyers to come together to all fight for the independence of the judiciary and the rule of law. I think it's not hard to see because we also have other people, even the groups who invited us to go to Bacolod or here in Cebu, who are just concerned with the rule of law. They took the time to invite us, to even meet with us, and to also, give their time and to that which takes away from their work when they don't even know Chief Justice Corona personally. I think it's the same sentiment that we also want to do some good for this country and see that further along the lines, not just in this impeachment, in future cases, that the rule of law will always be upheld because this is something that will be good for each of us and the future generations.
Criminales, di ba?
Yes.
Said that the DJ Corona did not file the salary.
Yes.
There in the records.
Yes.
And then that was under oath, right?
Yes.
So she is supposed to be top of her agency, the
Yes.
Bureau of Internal Revenue.
Yes.
What's your response to that?
Well, I cannot comment on her incompetence. That's my comment. Wala pa. Pero after I make this no comment, I will get it. I cannot comment on her incompetence. So, let's leave it at that. Suffice it to say that we presented a witness from the Supreme Court who established that, in fact, all those ITRs were filed. They were filed. So I don't know why Commissioner Henares did not know that. Okay, but so I cannot comment on why, or I don't think she lied. No, Henares lied? No, I don't think so. I cannot comment why she did not know that it was not there because it was very clear that the record was there.
Sir, I have returned because, by the way, sir, our country is experiencing economic dilapidation. It's not anymore nick-dip, but sky-high economic
Hardship.
hardship. Yes. Now, is it fair to the Filipino people to remove the Chief Justice at the expense of spending 1 million a day or more when we are supposed to use this money to channel it for the benefit and welfare of the common public? What's your stand?
Well, I'm going to quote to you what I understand is the President's stand. According to the President, he cannot proceed for as long as Chief Justice Corona is there in the Supreme Court. He cannot proceed. To what? I don't know why. He says that he cannot, he has said that many times. He cannot go on with his plans if Chief Justice Corona is there. He continues to take grace. There's no problem there. Those are his plans. I don't know what is it that Chief Justice Corona stops him from doing. I really do not know. But anyway, you know, that is his statement. And perhaps the people should determine, are the priorities of the present administration in step with our perception of what our problems are. Now, I really don't want to venture into this area because I'm here just as defense counsel. I don't want to speculate on the shortcomings, misgivings, nothing doings of other people. No, he was my grandfather. My father is a much more dangerous man than I. He's a writer. My father writes for opinion. If you think I'm catty, you should read him. Well.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
you know, for the future generation, we have batteries of good lawyers like you. On the other hand, also so
Thank
many
you very much.
lawyers. Do you believe that our, not all, but what is happening as reported in Twitter, we have congressmen, or lawmakers, but lawbreakers? What is your opinion? Yeah, because you know, from the very beginning, they have already violated the rules of the game.
Sentence.
As this started.
They do not file sentence.
Oh, violating the rules Constitution as provided in the Constitution. And then their policy, they're supposed to be lawmakers. But then they can afford to violate their own oath. Their only thing is to uphold the law and do the best service that they can offer for the benefit and welfare of the people. But what is happening is different. Thank you, sir.
If I may, if there's one benefit that we get from the impeachment proceeding, is that the public has that opportunity to see who their congressmen are. They now have a chance to see them in action. They now have the chance to assess their leaders. And come the next election, they will know and they will be more, I think they will scrutinize more their candidates and their leaders. I think if that's one benefit that we achieve by reason of this, is they get to see their leaders not only as they perceive them, they get to see them in action.
I think after seeing this, it's a good idea now to start maybe seeing people like Karen and Tranquils in Congress. Maybe if we manage to put them there, they will begin a change of how things should be done.
This could be the clincher, as far as I'm concerned. What does we in Karen Jimenez stand for? What does we?
That's Ventura po.
Ventura.
Yes.
Okay. And last question is, do you believe that the time frame given by the Senate President in really that if it will end by July or June, would be realized?
Yes, we think so. One of the things that the defense team talked about during the trial break was to how to speed up the trial as well. We were taking a second look at the case and also our list of witnesses, and we are considering shortening that list of witnesses so that we can proceed faster. And they are also looking into which issues can be dealt with just by stipulation of facts, and who among the witnesses can be dispensed with. So if we do that, I think we have a number of witnesses that we are looking at retaining, and if we are able to do that, then I think we can finish before the end of May.
No other questions? You will